one-time deductions, organization structure, and ad hoc reports. Okay. So for one-time deductions, first I go to employment sentence. Employment. Deductions management is there, right? So I need to enable this deduction management. And if I go to what is this one-time deductions? Any idea on this? Like we'll have this whenever we are getting this salary, no, we'll have some deductions once in a year, like tax or some bonus, some deductions will be there, right?
Maybe professional tax.
Yes, like that. Okay,
Okay.
those are called one-time deductions. That one-time deductions. I'm going to get it. We'll have the standard one. Okay, one-time deductions will be there as standard. So I'll show you how it will be. I'm going to configure object definitions. Object definition.
Divya, are you sharing screen?
Yes. Sorry, you're not able to see. Sorry.
Yes. How about others?
Now is it visible?
Ah, yes, it's visible now.
Yes, sir. Okay. So what I have done is I have went to configure object definitions. Okay. Here in a configure object definitions, we'll have one-time deduction standard one. Okay, one-time deduction. This is the standard one is available. Okay, we can use the standard one. And then after creating this, if they required any changes, we'll go here, make corrections. And here, if you see here, go to manage data also. So what are all we are having effective code, effective date. If we want to see this, we can go to manage data. Like this, we'll have standard. Okay. User, who is the user, deduction date, which date they want to deduct, pay components. We'll have standard pay components. These are pick list. Okay. and how much amount they required, percentage, and how many units, like that. It is dependent on customer requirement. Okay, by default we'll have this one: currency, advance, attachments, if anything, units of measure, like days or hours. Okay, and reference id, like this we'll have. Okay, this is a standard one. And after creating this one time reductions, we need to go to UI.
Divya, sorry, Divya, I lost it. Now, from which you started? Just
One time
now,
deductions, one time.
one-time deduction.
Yes. Okay,
Okay,
first we need
okay.
to go to configure object definitions. By standard we'll have this one time deduction. If a client is having any modifications, we can go here and do take action and add the custom field here. Okay, mostly they will not ask. Sometimes if they are having some any changes they required, we can go to take actions and we can create it here. And this is a standard one, we'll get it by default. Okay, and then I'm going to get, after creating this one time deductions, we need to create UI. And here we'll have standard UI as well. One time deduction. Like this we'll have standard UI also. The same thing which we have seen here, right? Manage data. All the will be called here. And if you see here, we'll have standard. Yeah. So we'll have standard UI here. After creating this configure object definitions, we need to create this UI. Why we are creating this UI? Because we need to link it with people profile, right? Always we create this UI for creating the people profile. Okay, if you want to use the same existing one, you can use. If you want to have some with a new ID, you can create a new ID here as one time deduction. And if you want to save this, you need to do some changes here. If anything like currency, I'll go here. So required star mark, editable, visible. I need to do some changes here. Here I'll do. Now you'll get the save option. Okay, like this we need to create the after creating this one time deduction, we need to go to UI, manage UI. In manage UI we need to create what are all we have created in configure object definitions. This code we need to give here, okay, in the base object. And if you want ID, you can write a new ID. By default we'll have standard UI also, one time deduction. Okay, after this one time deduction, you need to go to people profile. Configure people profile. Here you need to add a section. If you see here, previous also will have this compensation. Like this will have this compensation. I think one more block is also there. See here, if you see recurring, for recurring and non-recurring, we use this one-time deduction. So in compensation information, this one-time deduction will be there. How we can create this one-time deduction? If you go here, go down, add a section, and right here compensation, or directly if you want to show one-time deductions, you can write one-time deduction. Okay, and again here one-time deduction. Basically this will not be a separate field here. Under compensation information, this one-time deduction will be there. Okay, deduction. And here if you go here, here you will have one-time deduction standard object. This is a standard one. Under compensation, we'll have this one-time deduction. You just drag this and keep it here. Okay, after that save this. If at all you have created any one-time deduction separate one, okay, you need to call it here in configure profile. Then after saving this, go to role based permissions. Go to permission, employee views. Here what are all we have created, right? Here we'll get that one time deduction. It is come, right? So if I enable this, then after save changes. So if I go to any people profile, if you see here, we'll get that one time deduction. So I'm dragging it up. Placing it here. Okay, and saving. It is still not updated. Here we can see that one-time deduction. Wait, it is taking some time. Meanwhile, if you see here in pay compensation, see, like this we'll get this one-time deductions. What are all fields we can see there, no? It is all under view mode. So whenever we are creating it, deduction date, pay component, what we have created here, right? What are all their fields? That fields will come here. Based on the requirement, the HR will upload the details and they will send it. Okay, like this we will create this one-time deductions. Okay, this is a standard one. And here if you want some pay component, if you see here in manage org pay, we have standard pay component, right? So always we need to see here whether this is earning is no and recurring. When this fields are no, then only we can use this one-time deductions. Okay, as per the requirement, when you see here pay component, all the components lists, name, description, status active or inactive, type of pay component, you are showing in amount wise or percentage wise or number wise, that will be there. Is earning, yes, no. So whenever you are creating this one time deductions, this should be in no. Okay, in currency, which currency you required, Indian currency or which currency, pay component value, what is the value. Okay, annual deductions or half yearly deductions, this is a frequency where you can see half yearly deductions, quarterly deductions, monthly deductions. Okay, and taxes, this is as per client requirement, we will create this pick list. Okay, like this we can create this one time deductions. Any doubts here? Is it clear?
Yes, Divya.
So this is a standard one. Okay, one-time deductions is a by default you'll have in configure object definitions standard object, and you'll have UI also a standard one. If you required a separate UI, then you can create separate. You can take this search box. You can go to the one-time deductions and select that, and then you can create give new ID, and then you can edit it here. Then after you need to go to configure people profile and add one time deductions in compensation. Okay, under compensation, then save it, go to manage permissions. Okay, there you need to go to employee view permissions. Then after you need to give what are all you have configured here, that permissions you need to enable it there. Then after you can see in people profile. I think now it get updated. Let us check again. It's still not updated. Okay, here it will be visible. Okay, you have seen this configure people profiles, right? In the same way, whenever we are creating an you configure people profile, this page, first you need to go to configure object definitions. You need to create one object here. Then after you need to give UI permissions. Then after only you can go and here you can search whatever UI you have created here. That UI will be visible here. That UI you need to drag it and keep it here. Then after save this, go to RBP permissions. There you can, in employee view permissions, you need to give which field you have created here, which section you have created, that permission you need to give. Then after you can see in people profile. Okay. Then after org chart. For the company structure, we have seen this org chart, right? Here we got this company structure overview. To have this company structure overview here, first we need to go to employee central settings. In employee central settings, you need to enable this company structure overview. Okay, then only you can see this company structure overview here. First, then here if you want to create a new company, you need to select the structure, new company structure. Like this you will get this company, and if you want to add any company, you can add the company. Okay, you for example, if you see this finance, for example, if I say, see all these are coming right based on the search structure search. So if I want to create new company structure, basically it will be company ID, company name, business unit, business code, like this it will be there. Okay, to configure this, first we need to go to configure object definitions. Okay, for this company structure we'll have configure object definitions. Here company structure standard will have standard one, company structure definition. Okay, this is a standard we'll get here. Okay, we'll have all this. Okay, first to create this company structure overview, we need to go to configure object definitions. In that company structure definition, and in the same way you'll have company structure UI configuration also. These two are standard one which are available. Okay, here what are all requirements they have given, based on their requirements we will add. Okay, first to create this we need to have permissions. So we'll go to RBP permissions. After enabling this, role permissions, If you are unable to find that, you can always do search here also directly, in which blog it is available. Like if we are going to employee view, employee data, right? First you can enable everything, and if you can control F and do the search, it will show the objects here also, under which, under general permission information what are all there, and under manage compensation what are all there. Okay, succession planners, you can see here also where we can give the permissions. You can see that object here. Okay, so I'm going to permissions, and here in under miscellaneous permissions, here we have company structure. So here we need to give the permissions, like to access the company structure, who are all can access the company structure, to create the company structure, to change the display of the company structure, view, count, position. These are all we can see. First we need, then that we need to give. Before that we need to give permissions in miscellaneous permissions. This is miscellaneous here. In miscellaneous permissions, you need to go for company structure definition. Here in miscellaneous permissions, we need to give company structure definitions and company structure UI configuration, both view, edit, import, export permissions. Okay. After creating this, go to manage data. Company. So here you need to give code. What code you required here? This one. This is code, and name. Okay, associations we have done, right? In the same way we need to give the associations also. For example, if I am going to manage data, I'm going to best. Okay, I'm going to this new structure company. If you see this, we'll have this by default new underscore company underscore structure. Okay, and name is also like that. So here we need, what are all associations we have done, right? Those associations will be shown here. Then only we can see, like after company we can get this business unit, after that division, after that department. Here we need to see what is the parent object, what is the child object. That association we need to give in the managed data. Like what is the source, what is the target. The source is the parent one and target is the child one. As how we have given for the association, like that we need to give cust underscore legal entity, because it is the parent, right? So cust underscore legal entity, and business unit division cust underscore division, and valid when. If you want to add some more also, you can add under division. If you want under department, if you want department, if you want a cost center. Okay, then here you can add cust underscore department. Okay, and here field Field in the sense, here we'll have two options. One is valid when association, other is field. Why, when we use this valid when association, when we use this field is, valid when association is like to create like association between two. Like after company we required business unit, after business unit we require division, after division we require department. Like this, if you want to add, keep on add, then if you want division, subdivision also, if you want to show under division, you want to show some subdivision, then you can select here field. Okay, whenever we select here field, it will show us subdivision to this. And if you see here, here we are getting 1, right? So for example, how we are getting this company ID, company name, and department ID. Here we are getting this logos, and here what are all we need to show, and this details validate are coming, right? So I'm going to there is some issue with this demo. So whenever you select this new structure, here it will ask what you need to search. Here if you are searching by business unit, you can select here business unit. If you are searching with the company, you can select here company, department. So the view which you want to create. Okay. So if I am going to this. Like this, I can select the company and which company you are seeing here. For example, I have selected this Western. Okay, here if I select company, only company will be shown. If I select cost center, so here you will get up level. There are 7 cost centers. See, like this we are getting this up levels, right? Like this we can adjust, and here also we'll get it should show up level again, then after it should show company again here. Okay, there is some issue with this system. And if you want to do this color changes, then you need to go to Configure object definitions. Here managed data is there, no? If you see here in the details, what object you want to show, what object you want to show, what is the color, card color you want to show. Here we are having green color, purple colors, right? So if you go here, you can select this and you can give the colors. Which color you want, you need to go to Google and you need to give the color code here. Object position. So first I'll go to if you want to add more, if you want to hide entity in the sense like all the objects here, if you see here, these are all called as entities here. If you want to hide any entity, you can hide the entity also. Okay, which position field you require, what is the job position you require, those things we can give it here. And if you want to add some fields, so here if you see name, layout, which layout you want to see here, you need to go in the form or in the flow. Okay, alignment, border, how many records you want to show, display options, body, title, bold or italic or underlined, that also we can see. So if I add, so if you see here, if you click here, whenever you are clicking here, if you want to show photo here, then you need to enable this photo here, show photo of users, yes, then only you can see the image of the employee. Okay, if you want to show the threshold of compact view, how many thresholds, like 12 views here, 12 company, business unit, cost and department, like this you want to show 12 sections, you can select here 12 sections. Show photo of the user, if you want to show the photo, yes, if you don't want to show, no. Levels, which level you want to show, level 1, level 2, like that, then you can give the show level and start from the level from 0 to 5, which level from you want to see, while searching from which level you want to search, that also you can see. Level display mode, you want to show in icon or as text, like that we can see. And objects type, and card colors will be this one. Okay, and
Yeah.
job information. Sorry,
Divya, Priya here.
sorry.
Divya, I can't see a screen, Divya. I left the meeting a couple of times and also joined. I can't see your screen.
Uh, all are having the same issue with my screen.
No.
You are able to see, Chindana?
Yes, I am able to see.
Okay. Maybe Priya, there is
Okay,
some
I will
issue.
again rejoin because I did the same. I left the meeting a couple of times and I rejoined. Then also I couldn't be able to see. I'll do it again. Okay.
Okay, okay, fine. So if I want to add any field, we have seen this, right? Add entity like company, business unit, department, whatever you want to add, you can add directly from here also. Like entities, we can add which division you want to add under this company. That we can add, and you can select the business unit. Okay. Division code. This we need to get from here, which division code you required. Which one you want to show, then you can save it from here, and this will be added here under this business unit. Division is added. So if you want to have some bookmarks also, you can see here some bookmarks are there. We can, if you click this star mark, you can directly go to this company structure best run. We can check like this also. So here we can add the entities under company, business unit, like this also we can add, or else you can go to manage data and you can add here also. Like which entity, this is a parent, this is a child, and to which entity you want to add here, that we can add it here. And if you download, if you want to download all the org chart, you can download it in the image format or as PDF format. Okay, then or you can sort it out first which one you want, and like this. So official company ID, if you want to add some fields, official language name, description, like this we can add. Okay, this is how you first you try with this company structure. Go to some select here new company structure. I think there is some issue with the system. I have some issues. Like that, we need to create this company structure overview. Okay. First, you need to go to configure object definition, and here configure structure definition, and here you need to give company structure name. Label is there, no? Here you need to give that company structure name. If you are able to see here XYZ, right? Business view, legal view, finance. So these are all configured from here. This label you need to create it here. Okay. Then after you need to give UI per UI. Okay, manage UI, and here you give a new company structure. This is UI, right? Company structure, UI structure, and here you can see what is the structure definition you required. Company, which you have created here, right? That UI permission you need, UI you need to create it here also after creating in configure object definitions. Then after you can go to manage data, and which object you are giving this UI, right? That UI you need to give the code and name, and you need to give the associations between two, like from legal entity to business unit division to department to cost center. And you need to select, whenever you are selecting like that, you need to select valid when association. Whenever you want to show the subdivision or sub business unit or sub department, then you need to select here field. Okay, like this we will do the org chart. Okay, then I am going to ad hoc report. Report center. Here you need to go to
Divya,
yes.
Divya, I tried a lot. Hello.
Yes, Priya.
Can you just you share the screen again for me?
Okay, you want me to stop and share?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I can see.
You are able to see?
I think yes. Can you share it?
Yes. You are able to see?
Yes, Divya, I can see it now. Thank you.
Okay. So in report center, you need to create the new. So we'll have canvas report, table report, tile report, and dashboard report. For ad hoc report, we will select this table. Select the table. Here if you want a single domain, cross domain, multiple, basically we use single domain. If you want cross domain, multiple domain, you can select this cross domain also. First we'll see the single domain, and which object you want, job information details or which object you required. So if I'm going to so if I'm going to person and employment information as of data, we can select any object. So I'm selecting that. So here you will get what is the domain name. I have selected the domain name as person and employment information as of date, right? So if you want any report name, you can write the report name here, and descriptions you can write. And please remove the styling. Okay, whenever you are creating this ad hoc reports, remove this styling. Okay, then after, if I am giving test as report name and preview. Okay, save. After saving this, I can go to the preview. Okay, go to people, and here you can go to refine criteria. In refine criteria, you can see like how you require this report to be downloaded, like matrix reports or custom reports, HR reports or other reports. And if you want to show the inactive users also, you can select this, enable this inactive user, or include starting from user. Okay, like this we can select it. And here if I am selecting the other filters, okay, then after going to save. After saving this, I'm going to select which columns I want to show. Select columns, and here if I want to show the person, first by default user ID, username I will take, because I required some references, right, based on user ID and username. So I'm selecting this user ID and username. Then after, if I want to show some job information like event date, employee status, country, okay, events, like this if I want to show, if I am saving this, done. So all the columns which I have selected, username, user ID, event date, employee status, current country and event, this will be shown like this. And then after, if you want to add some more, you can again go to select columns and you can add, like for example company information, business unit information also you want to add, you can add business unit information. Okay, that will also be added here. Okay, after doing that, you save it. Then you can see, after saving it, you can see this generate. If you click this generate, here we can download in 4 formats. One is CSV format, one is Excel, PDF and PPT. So I'm going to, you can see the preview also here. So like this you will get the report, username, user ID, event date, and as of now, like updated one. Okay. And if you want the CSV, you can select the CSV and it will get downloaded like this. So if you want to do some filters also here based on the country, here configuration will not do anything, just you leave this. And if you go to the filters, here again if you go refine criteria filter, if you want in country wise, select the country and region. Here again you will have, while doing the if you want to show by business rule, you can select this business rule and you can add a rule here if you create that rule. And if you want by your selection, select by my selection. If I want to show only India, I'll select this India. Done. Done. Save. Generate. If you see here, only based on the country we can see the report. Okay, like this we will generate ad hoc reports. These are called ad hoc reports. Okay, these are all ad hoc reports. And then if this is like this, and if you want to give some proxy permissions, proxy management, so here we are getting this proxy management. To get this proxy management, this is other topic. Like this we will generate the ad hoc reports. Then I am going to proxy, how we'll give permissions to employees for proxy. So if you want to, if I'm giving any permissions for this proxy management, if he is having permission, he will get this proxy management. Otherwise, first we need to go to role based permissions. Role permissions. Here I'm going to here. Select the category like manager. If you want to give the manager, you go to the manager role and go to here permission. Permission, and here you will have manage user. Manage user. Here if you go, here you'll have proxy management. If you enable this here, then only we can able to see here whenever we are selecting this proxy management, right? That search box we can see here. First you need to go to role based permissions. Under manage user you need to give this permission for proxy management. Okay, done. It is already enabled. That is the reason I am able to see this. So to whom you want to give this proxy, you need to give the username to them. So if I select this Mohan, I want to give proxy permissions to him. I'll select to which account he required the proxy permissions. I need to give that account user also here. So I am going to give Arvind to Mohan to give this Arvind proxy. Mohan can proxy Arvind account. Okay. Then what are all modules he can operate? Like all modules, if I select all modules, Mohan can operate Arvind's all modules. Okay. If I select particularly only reports and dashboards, he can operate only reports and dashboards. If I select only employee central, he can only access Arvind's employee central compensation. Like this, we can give the permissions based on a client requirement to whom he want to access other employee information. For example, Mohan is a manager and he is under him, Arvind is under him. So Mohan wants to see what Arvind is doing without logging into his Arvind account. So like this I can grant Mohan and I can give here Arvind. I can see what are all permissions from which date to which date I want to give this permissions. That also I can select. This is not mandatory. If you want to give for all the time, then I'll not select this. If I want to show this for particular time, then I'll select the time here and I'll select save. After saving this, we need to always keep these two boxes enable and select proxy save proxy settings. Okay, then Mohan can access Aravind account. If you want to search who is having which permissions, that also we can see. If I am selecting this Mohan and if I am searching for the Mohan, so at present he don't have any proxy permissions. So this is not updated. Once it get updated, here we can see Aravind. Instead of none, we can see one, Aravind. So if I want to see the system admin, okay. If I want to search what are all permissions he is having, he was not having end user. We can search what is there for the permissions. Those we can say present I am searching for any user who is having permission or not. Proxy permissions we need to check for this. Anybody is having. So like this we can able to see what are all permissions, proxy permissions they are having. Here we can check it. Okay. This is about proxy management. And if I go to password, so we'll have this reset user passwords. Some employees will ask us to reset their passwords, right? So to reset their passwords, if you want individual, you can select this individual. If you want group passwords to be reset, then you can select this group. So how you want to search? Search by users. First I need to select this individual user. Search user. I'll select this reset. Then it will ask what is the first name, so if I select this reset, so to whom we want to reset the passwords, here we need to select the user and we need to search for that user, and we need to click this checkbox and select this reset selected user passwords. Then it will ask us old password and new passwords, and we can also go for password and login policy settings. So some will have this password whenever we are getting login, right? So it will have some special characters like that, right? How many minimum length characters you required? 2. Minimum 2 is required, or else minimum 5 is required. Like that we can set the password settings also. Minimum length, maximum how much they required it, that, and minimum password age in days. So how many days it should be, like -1, maximum password 182. How many attempts? So sometimes if we attempt 3 logins, it should get logged, right? That attempts also 5 attempts, 3 attempts, 2 attempts, like that also we can set the attempts, then that should get logged. For that we'll use this numbers, how many items should be done. Okay, how many what is the sensitive type, if they required uppercase and lowercase, then click this. Okay, if they required the option must contain uppercase and lowercase, then click this checkbox. And if they required alpha characters, then check this. Or non-alpha characters, only numbers and special characters, click this. Like that. First name, password cannot, sometimes we, whenever we are doing some banking accounts, right, at that time password cannot contain first name, last name, username. Like this also we can select the options here. Okay, enable password history. If you are forget the forget password, we can see the one block called forget password, right? If you enable this, then only we can see that forget password feature. Okay, like this we can create password. This is all about how to create the passwords whenever they are logging in. Employees when they are logging in, the company will give us what is the maximum length, minimum length they required, maximum length, and it should contain upper characters or only numbers. Like that, based on the requirement we will give this. And if somebody says n number of items they can do, then we'll not select this. If we are not selecting this, we can do n number of items. If you are selecting here 1 2 3, then account will be limited. After 3 items or 2 items, it will get locked. Is it clear? This is all about password and login password policy settings to set the passwords. Okay, next I want to show you. Okay, this is again a topic which will take 5 more minutes. So shall we see this tomorrow, or should I continue?
We'll see tomorrow.
We'll see it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so tomorrow we'll cover this instance management, like how we are going to synchronize from a development stage to test stage, and from test stage to synchronization. How we will do this synchronization. Okay, after doing all configurations, how we are going to send all the data from one system to other system. This is called manage synchronization data. So this we will see tomorrow. Okay, meanwhile I want to give some like work to you. You try this global assignment. Okay, concurrent employee, I'll share you this. I have written clear cut steps also, how to enable this, how after which step we need to go to which step. Okay, uh, and for the contingent worker, you know what is global assignment? If
No,
some
Divya.
person, sorry.
No, Divya, I don't know. Is this the last class which I was
No,
absent?
no, no, no. Tomorrow we have one more class, because I need to tell about time management also.
No. I'm sorry. Is this the class which has been taken last time? That was on Friday, right?
No, no,
Friday.
no. This is the already we have done some information, like biographical informations we have done, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Biographical information, phone information, employee informations, those things we have done, right? In
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we have this global assignment, concurrent and employee, and these are the rare cases, and contingent worker. So what is the global employee assignment is like some person is moving from our company, and he is going to on work purpose, he is going to some other country. Okay, whenever he is going from our company, the job will be kept as hold. Okay, and how we'll create this global assignment is like, here if you see, first we need to go to employee central settings. In employee central settings, you need to enable this global assignment management, and event reason for this global assignment, concurrent and contingent, will be only event reason. Standard event reasons will be there, like how it will show is, he is away, or he is back from a global assignment. Okay, assigned to global assignment, end of global assignment, global assignment, like this, add global assignment. So instead of confusion, so I am going to send you this. You please go through these 3 documents. Okay, I'll give you brief again on this also tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
because if I say now, I already it's 12, maybe you will have some other works. It will take another 10 to 15 minutes time for explaining you this. So we'll see this in tomorrow class only, or else if we require one more session also, we'll take day after tomorrow and we'll close this. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Did he come for people's profile, Divya?
No, no, Priya. He said all of a sudden he is having some marriage, so I required one more week.
You don't have any other people's profile video?
No, Priya. Or else I'll do one thing. I'll create one people profile and I'll send you that video.
Yeah, that would be really great because I want to practice that.
Okay, I'll send you. I'll practice one. I'll create one people profile, and I'll
Mhm.
send you that video.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, yeah. And if you give the what to say the work process also, it would be nice, and then I can follow it easily.
Which one?
For the people's profile, the workflow, like how
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
process of the
So for
yeah.
that, it is a simple, Priya. Whenever you are creating this people profile, first you need to keep in
Mm-hmm.
mind. First, you need to create one object in configure object definitions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then after you need to go to UI permissions, manage UI. You need to create one UI, and then after you need to go to configure people profile, and that UI you need to call in add new section. Okay, then you
Okay.
need to go to employee view permissions. What you want to show in people profile. That profile you need to go to role manage role permissions and click on the role, and then you need to give in employee view permissions what you have created here, right? Object that will be shown there. You enable it
Okay.
and save it. Okay,
Mm.
I will create one. No, you can understand it very clearly.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine, fine, fine.
So how is your leg injury?
I got the slip from steps. I'm getting pain.
Oh, okay, take care.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bye.
bye bye, Divya.
Bye.